Well, good morning, and I hope this video turns out like I'm thinking it might. Last night, wow, I had a really strange dream. Actually, it was probably closer to this morning, and I had made a post recently about U-Haul, and also I had posted something. It was about one of the Star Trek movies. What was Insurrection, I think, is the name of the movie. And so anyway, and Insurrection was about the covert relocation of a population of people on this planet, on a particular planet, and somebody wanted the resources that were on or around the planet or whatever, so they were going to relocate these people covertly so that the people didn't realize that they had been relocated. And so anyway, in this post that it's kind of a random thought and whatever, but I thought that it was interesting, so I posted it. And U-Haul, which has been around since I can remember, as a small child, so if you take U-Haul, you take the letters, and using the acronym and turn it in, say that U-Haul is, say, an acronym for something. And if you've been following my Acrolysh of Love or Enoch's Plan to Escape Plato's Cave, and the lexicon or the dictionary or whatever you want to call it, the terminology. So I came up with U-Haul was Universal Holographic Application Unifying, and I said logic, but let's change that, and rather the last letter, rather than representing the word logic, which it could be, but let's exchange that word for logistics. Okay, so then we have universal holographic or hologram, whatever, application unifying logistics, and taking into account the Insurrection movie. Okay, so I had this really bizarre dream like I said earlier, closer to this morning. So I wake up, and of course I'm living in my car, and my car, there's a trailer beside it right now, and it says, let me see if I can get this. There we go. There we go. So it's got U-Haul, and let me see if I can position this so it can be read. Okay, so there's the side of a trailer, and I'm sorry the color, but all I have is this laptop camera to do this with. But anyway, so it says U-Haul, and it says makes moving easier. And the funny thing is, from my seat now, this camera's at not the same perspective quite as what I'm sitting in this seat, but it's there's U-Haul on top of where it says makes moving easier. And they U-Haul on the trailers, they have these little things. Well, I can't see from my perspective where it says Lexington, by the picture. but it has KY, which is represent, it's about Lexington, Kentucky. So it's U-Haul, KY makes moving easier. So I found that, like, just hilarious, actually. So that's, over here to this side of me. And I'm sitting in the passenger side seat right now. Okay, well, also, my attention, for whatever reason, I'm sitting here, thinking about this and thinking about the dreams and all. Well, then I look outside, and I don't know, this is going to be kind of difficult for me to do. Kind of drizzly right now, so yeah, so there's a U-Haul auto transport in front of me right here. And if you look on the inside of that fender, I hope you'll be able to read it. But it says U-Haul auto transport reduces carbon emissions. So couple all this in, and this is my wild and crazy and unbridled imagination. Are we actually being covertly relocated? And with all that's going on right now, and the average, I guess, just person just trying to make ends meet and making a living and all, it may be too much for them to even begin to contemplate on, but strange. It's bizarre. So, and if you think about, the Star Trek insurrection, yada 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 yada, and how that population on that planet was being covertly, or they were trying to covertly relocate the population. But spoiler alert, in the movie, they weren't successful. Actually, it was a plot between this species that they had an alliance with, and the only reason they made the alliance with them, the Federation, the Star, whatever it is, whoever Star Trek, the Federation or whatever that they're involved with, but they made this. The Federation had made this. Had a treaty and had relations with them or whatever. Well, one of these admirals in Starfleet was working in cahoots with this race, and this planet that these people were living on had something to do with the atmosphere, and there were these rings, sort of not like Saturn, but kind of sort of. They had this material that was orbiting this planet, and it was allowing the people, the population on the planet, to live extraordinarily large or long lifetimes. I mean, 3, 4, 100 years, a long time. And so in order, what they were trying to do, this species was trying to do, was find a cure for their physical conditions, and it was something about their skin wouldn't last long, and it was really weird. If you see the movie, you'll totally understand it. But come to find out, it was found out by actually Data. The character Data, he found some things that were abnormal, and it affected him, and he kind of went crazy, and they had to figure out what was wrong with him or whatever. But anyway, so the Enterprise goes to this planet, and they figure out that one of these admirals of the Starfleet Federation was secretly and covertly dealing with this other race, and they wanted to move the population off of the planet covertly without them knowing it, and it was going to be in another place that didn't have the same conditions or whatever, and they would just, wherever they would age, whatever they were, they'd just continue from there and just have a normal, human 100-year whatever lifespan. And so this race, they were wanting to, and it had to do with these rings that were around the planet, and so they wanted to extract whatever it was that was within these rings that would destroy the planet eventually. So they had to get these people out of the way so they could continue on with their nefarious ways. So anyway, yeah, it really frickin' strange, and almost, people go, oh yeah, you're full of shit, whatever, but yeah, it was strange. And then to wake up and, looking at this, and U-Haul KY makes moving easier. Huh. KY jelly, yeah. U-Haul KY makes moving easier. And then, on this in front of me here, it's U-Haul Auto Transport reduces carbon emissions. Huh. So, we have this climate change thing going on, and this, carbon emissions supposedly causing all, this stuff, along with many other coincidences, let's say. Really? Synchronicities, maybe? But anyways, yeah, so I just wanted to put this out there, and let me know what you think. I mean, yeah, I'm crazy. I've got an active imagination, but hey, if nothing else, it damn sure make a good movie script, wouldn't it? Or a good movie, and come up with a script. So anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Thanks for watching. Don't ridicule me too harshly. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.